What a circus it has been for all of baseball news regarding Shohei Ohtani. So, for those reports by John Morosi saying that a deal was imminent, he was going to Toronto, or anything like that, where it looked like the Blue Jays were going to get him, it didn't even happen. And according to reports, that plane was actually bringing someone else. So now you can see in the social media world and in Twitter, a lot of John Morosi jokes out there, and it looks like his credibility seems to be going down the toilet now. And now if he does end up with the Blue Jays, then this video is all for nothing. But before I do explain more about this and how I feel about it, hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification. Yes, I would be doing it from my traditional studio, but I'm about to go into my day job because hashtag don't quit your day job. But if you would like this to be more prevented and have me more in the studio more to look more professional, hit that subscribe button and keep watching my videos. So, John Morosi said that Shohei Ohtani was on a plane headed to Toronto because it looked like he was going to sign with the Toronto Blue Jays, but that didn't happen at all. Looks like nothing's happened now unless they're pending physicals or anything like that. But until then, John Morosi is in a lot of hot weather right now because of his premature tweetings. And man, this is kind of why you don't really want to go with the media. You can't really just trust the media. And yet I'm a media of something, but at least I didn't go out to be the first one to be like, yeah, Shohei Ohtani signing with the Toronto Blue Jays. And who knows if that report on the Mariners making a one-year $65 million offer for Ohtani is even legitimate either. So basically, at this point, everything is up in the air. But until then, Morosi's going to be dealing with a lot of credibility issues. And plus, I do remember when the Mariners, or he did say that the Mariners were aggressively going for Brandon Nimmo last year, but didn't even happen. Well, maybe they were, but it didn't really happen. So I guess that they didn't really make any kind of a serious kind of offer. So it remains to be seen where Ohtani really is. But I think something we can all agree, we really want this story to over, because as soon as this story ends, as soon as Ohtani finds a place, then that means all the other free agents will eventually sign with new teams like Blake Snell, Cody Bellinger, and all those guys will be signed to new teams, and hopefully sooner than later we can get this resolved, but who knows. Hopefully it's the Mariners that do it rather than the Blue Jays, because here's the thing, if the Blue Jays are the ones that end up making that signing, can you imagine what a home game against the Blue Jays would be like? It would be like an absolute nightmare, because not only do you have majority of the fans that show up to those games as Blue Jay fans, mostly from Vancouver, or they are flying from Toronto, but you also got a huge amount of revenue coming in because of those fans, and they're going to multiply even more. Maybe less Mariner fans will show up because they'll feel defeated for the Mariners not getting Shohei Ohtani. So, and not only also that, Shohei Ohtani also beats up on the Mariners all the time, so not only that, you have the fans showing us up, and also Ohtani, he's also just blasting us to pieces. I mean, if the Mariners don't get him, I just hope he at least ends up in the National League rather than the American League, so that way wild card implications won't be as affected. But man, Mariners really do need to sign anyone that is actually good in free agency. And it's just frustrating because the Mariners ownership, it seems that they are going on the cheap end, and conveniently and unfortunately, whenever the Mariners do have a contending window, they tend to do nothing with it and then claim that they have no money whatsoever. But when Bill Bavasi from 2003 to 2008 was the manager, the ownership had no problem giving him all that money that he wanted. Bill Bavasi was the first GM to have $100 million plus payroll, and no one got that before him. Now you can go with the whole inflation thing, but either way, Mariners were a little bit more aggressive during his era when the Mariners were pretty much sucking. So, anyways, I'm getting really off topic. hopefully the Mariners can come up with something on Shohei Ohtani, or at least have the story on Shohei Ohtani at least ending at some point. But maybe that 1 million, 1 year, 65 million isn't that far-fetched at all, since he is dealing with an arm issue because of his pitching. So maybe he does get that 1 extra year to maybe give himself a better opportunity for the next contract after the 2024 season. But those are my thoughts. And man, John Morosi, if I were you, get some good night's sleep, because you're going to be losing it for quite some time. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And go Mariners.